National 5 Maths Practice Paper A, Paper 1. Evaluate 3 2/5, take away 1 3/4. I'm going to turn them both into improper fractions first. So 3 5s are 15 plus the 2 gives you 17, so it's going to be 17 over 5. Take away 1 times 4 is 4, plus a 3 is 7. Gives you 7 over 4. Now to subtract them I need to have the same denominator, so I need to create two equivalent fractions. I'm going to multiply the first fraction by 4 on the top and the bottom. I'm going to multiply this on top and bottom by 5. Which gives me 68 take away 35 is 33. The denominator stays as it is, 33 over 20. Or you can also write it as 1 and 13 over 20. Number 2, factorise x squared plus 2x minus 15. So we're going to try and put that into double brackets. So there's no common factor to take out first, so we're just going to have double brackets here. So negatives, that indicates we're going to have one positive and one negative, or a plus and a minus there. So we want numbers that multiply to make negative 15, and which add to make 2. So we can have 1 and negative 15, or negative 1 and 15. We could have 3 and negative 5, or negative 3 and plus 5. The only pair of numbers they will add to give you 2 is this one. So it's going to be a 3 there, and it's going to be a 5 there. So x plus 5 bracket x minus 3 in a bracket. Question 3, find the equation of the straight line in the form y equals mx plus c. Well, we can see that the y-intercept is at 5. So that's 5, that's the coordinate 0, 5. We now also need to find out what the gradient is, so we can apply the gradient formula. So we've got one coordinate, so we can just choose another one. I'm just going to pick this one here, which is 115. So I'll write those two down. So we have x1, y1, and we've got x2 and y2. So I'm going to substitute these into the formula. So it'll be 15 take away 5 on the numerator, over 1 take away 0 on the denominator, which is 10 over 1, or just 10. So therefore, we've got y equals 10x plus 5. Question 4, express y equals x squared plus 8x minus 7. In this form here, that is a completed square form. Now this number is just the number in the middle here, the coefficient of x halved. You subtract your 7 still, but we then need to subtract this number squared. We then need to state the coordinates of the turning point. Comes from these. For the x value, you've got to change that from plus 4 to minus 4, and negative 23 there. And that's your turning point. Next, number 5, change the subject of the formula to r. So we need to get r by itself, so we need to get rid of this minus 5 and b from around it. So we can add 5 to both sides of the equation to start off with. We can then divide both sides by b. That'll make these cancel out here. So tidying that up, r cubed is equal to p plus 5 over b. Now we want r rather than r cubed, so we're going to take the cube root of both sides. So r equals the cube root of p plus 5 over b.